Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic. Woo! If you remember, in our last episode, we were down in the Undercity. We had met up with Mission Val, who informed us that Zalbar, her Wookiee pal, had been kidnapped by Gamorrean slavers. If we help her get Zalbar back, she'll help us get into Vulcar base so that we can get the prototype swoop engine for the hidden Becks and use that to win the race so that we can get Bastila as the prize. That recaps where we're at, everybody. Let's go ahead and get searching this northwestern part of the Undercity. Ooh. Now, minor frag mine. So, we have Mission with us, who's a demolition expert. So instead of just walking through these, let's go ahead and select her. We'll have her go into solo mode so we don't get followed. And we'll have her use her demolition skill to recover the mines. Can add those to our inventory and sell those later. Careful, steady hands. And over here. Steady. Careful, careful. There you go. That's good there. And go off of solo mode.
What?
Back to the group here. Alright. Grouped back up. I think that I saw that she saw a Republic soldier over here. This could go poorly. Let's make sure we don't have anything go wrong.
Help me. Please. I can feel inside my skin something growing, like some kind of hideous disease.
I'll help. I'll help you, but I need... Karth will know. Now, the question is, did Karth see us pick up that serum? Get away from me, you diseased freak.
No! No! I can feel it! Ah!
Ugh, that's a nasty skin condition. Sorry, buddy, but we got plans for our serum here. Can't just be giving that out to anybody who looks a little sick. Sorry. Aw, there wasn't even anything behind your ship over here. Mission, really? Out of the way. Not even anything back there. Ooh, but we do have more frag mines. Come on, Mission, stay with us so we don't walk into a mine accidentally. Is that the only one? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that.
Yeah?
Yes?
Alright. Sorry, Republic soldier. Maybe if you had killed some of your own Sith guards, you wouldn't have had this problem. You'd have been fine. Let's keep checking the map here a little bit. Looks like we got a little bit of rubble here. Some parts in a med pack. Always handy. What's over here? The lower sewers. Nope. Don't want to go there just yet, I don't think. What do we have going on over here? It's Canderous. He's that guy who works with Calo Nord and for Davik. Let's go find out what's going on down here.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
Why? Is there some danger down here, buddy? Other than me?
This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Candace, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Oh, Lord. It's more than one.
Looks like we've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys.
Well, let's show them how to do this. Come on. Oh. You got nothing, rat ghouls. Sit down, chump.
Damn. I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
What can you tell me about Davik?
What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
What do you know about the lower city gangs?
This isn't really the best place to have these kinds of conversations. But I guess I could spare a couple of seconds for you. After all, you did help us out with those rat ghouls. The lower city is overrun with gangs. But the two most important ones are the Hidden Becks and the Black Vulkars. Used to be the Becks were the big dog and kept the others in line. But lately the Black Vulkars are moving in on Beck turf and challenging them for control. The Vulkars are even starting to defy Davik. Take these escape pods, for example. Everyone knew Davik would want first crack at them. But I know for a fact those damn Vulkars have already sent their own salvage party down here.
Well, I better be going. Let's not just stand around here talking with the rat ghouls around, buddy.
Come on, boys, let's move out.
Who's... There's only one guy with you. I don't think you know what plural and singular are, sir. Sorry. Alright, let's go ahead and keep kind of hugging around to the right a bit. Is this the right way? Yes, we're going to kind of go in this corner. Ooh. Wait, there are more rat ghouls over there. Alright, let's figure out a plan here. Let's take care of the mine first, before we get distracted by the rat ghouls. I'd rather not accidentally walk over a mine. Oh, go back. Alright, we'll get everyone back together.
Yes?
Now let's deal with this. Skeletal corpses over here, it looks like. A large number of the rat ghouls, though. Shh. Don't let them hear us while we rummage through these corpses. Alright. Now, very quietly, get her, Ray! Oh, these things just... They got nothing on us. Who's left? Take that, raccoon scum. Who are we still shooting? Oh, there's more over here. Didn't even see these ones. Hey, leave Karth alone. I know he smells, but he doesn't deserve that. Alright, what do we have? We already searched that corpse. An outcast corpse over here. Ah! Promised Land Apprentice Journal. This must be Maya, who Rukil was looking for. Let's take that. And what's in the rubble here? Some parts and adrenal strength. So, first of all, Rukil's apprentice. You found the journal of Rukil's apprentice near her corpse. You should return to the old man in the outcast village to tell him of her fate and to deliver the journal to him. So let's look at new items. We have Mission's Vibroblade. Ooh. We'll see if that's any better than the one we're carrying in our hand. We'll look at that in a second. We have this heavy combat suit, light armor, defense bonus 5, max dex bonus 4. We'll see if that fits us any better. And we have the Rat Ghoul Serum, and a couple other parts. We have the Beam Splitter we picked up. It's an upgrade item for ranged weapons. This item can broaden the beam of certain blaster types, increasing damage or possibly granting other effects. The modification requires a workbench with adequate tools and a weapon of high quality marked as upgradable. Let's go ahead and check out that armor. So what we have now, the fiber armor has a defense of 5. This has a defense of 5. There's really no reason for us to change into the heavy combat armor. So we'll go ahead and leave that off. Let's take a look at that journal. This journal details the search for the Promised Land carried out by Rukil's apprentice. Most of the entries are mundane. However, the last entry is quite interesting. I have uncovered evidence that others have been seeking out the fabled land, and that their treks have led them into the sewers. I have decided that I must go there as well. Well, if you're dead over here, you obviously didn't make it into the sewers. Looks like there's just more wall on this side. Oh, more rat ghouls. What, a rat ghoul fiend? That's new. It's not going to live very long, but that's new.
How'd you like that?
Alright. I think we have successfully exterminated the majority of the rat ghoul threat. Let's look over here. I think this is going to loop back around. Yes, to where we came in. Now there's one last space to look. When we were over here, and we talked to Canderous. Was it here? I thought I saw some rat ghouls off in the distance that we didn't quite deal with. Were they this direction? Nope. I must have been mistaken. So let's go ahead and head back to the village. Now I think what we'll do is we'll head through the Undercity village. Oh, is this a dead end? Oh, that's not useful at all. We'll head back around. While we have the Rat Ghoul Serum, let's head back to the upper city. Give the Rat Ghoul Serum to our buddy up there, Mr. McShady. Get our money from that. And then, I think we'll come back down and we'll head into the sewers. But on the way, we'll stop in here and we'll talk to Rukil and tell him about what happened to his apprentice. Is there anything else to be done here? This goes to the sewers. This goes to... that's an escape pod. And this goes to sewers. So they both go to the sewers. Alright. Head on over here to Rukil. There he is. Hey, buddy, I got some news for you.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Really? Guide you, but I don't even know where the Promised Land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Very well, tell me the history of your people.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here, old man?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Terrace, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
How can I lead you to this Promised Land when I don't even know what it is?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
And you want me to find these missing journals?
I have nothing to offer if you help me in this. I hope the knowledge that you are helping the entire village escape a life of darkness and suffering is reward enough.
Let's help him with these journals for now.
It is many decades since my father set out on his journey, but I remember he was eager to explore the sewers. You might want to begin your search there. I wish you luck in your quest, Upworlder. The future survival of this village, of my people, depends on you.
Alright, so... Promised Land. Rukio believes that his apprentice journal and the journals of his father and grandfather, he could piece together the clues and discover the location of the Promised Land. He's asking you to bring the journals to him. So let's take a look at our map. If we go ahead and select the quest for searching for Bastila. Does that highlight any of these to tell us where we need to go? No. Alright. So we don't know which sewers we want to go look in. So let's do this. Let's use our magic powers to head back to the upper city. And we'll go. It looks like we've leveled up. So has Karth. I want to save our levels. I think we're okay for right now. But we can go ahead and keep leveling Karth up. I'm not too worried about that. Let's take a look. Karth, let's get you leveled up here. Some extra skills. You have 1 point. You're useless to us. Just go ahead and make it so you don't die. And for feats, Karth can wear heavy armor. Didn't realize that. Let's see. What feats do we have available? He's already got this feat for blaster pistols. Blaster rifles. Heavy weapons, no. Man, there's not much to give him here. I really don't care about these power strike abilities. Yeah, let's go ahead and give Karth a couple extra hit points. Just in case. That'll also, 2 points for any damage suffered. That'll help in the long run. Go ahead and add that to Karth.
What?
We're not going to level up, though. Alright. So, Upper City South. We need to head to wherever the clinic was. Let's take a look. Was that near? Yes, that was just off over here. Pardon us. Yes, we know. We've been in the Undercity. We smell a bit, folks, but hopefully no one will notice. We'll just walk upwind of them. We'll blame it all on Karth. No biggie. Hey. Hey, buddy.
Remember, if you get your hands on that Rakghoul serum, take it to Zach's in the Lower City Bounty Office. He works for Davik, and he'll make it worth your while.
All right, Mr. McShady. Thanks for reminding us that we need to go to Zach's and not to you. Let's see. We need to go to the... There we go. The other side of the Upper City. Ooh. It might have been quicker to just take the elevator up. But here we get to tour some of our old stomping grounds again. Let's head over here. Oh, that's the apartments. We don't want to go there. We want to go this way.
Hey, Karth. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taurus compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Taurus ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for her.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Big C's my friend, not my babysitter. Geez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Settle down, you two.
I don't have to listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
Wow. I didn't know we'd become the SAS Patrol all of a sudden. Jeezy Pete's. Just trying to have a nice little stroll down Upper Terrace. You two got to be mouthing off. Look, even the racist over here is appalled. Ooh. Mission seems rather distant. Maybe you should talk to her. Okay. Let's speak to Mission.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about you, Mission.
Really? You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How did you and Zalbar hook up? That's That's a terrible question.
Big Z's my family, you know? My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Volkers were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who'd want to pick a fight with a Wookiee?
Hey, nobody said the Volkers were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Volkers at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
Wow. You're lucky he didn't fry you with a blaster.
Hey, I don't need a lecture from you. You ain't my mother. I knew what I was doing. Those Volkers didn't scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
Wow. Did Zalbar kill him?
Are you kidding? Big Z ain't like that. He's just a big old softy inside. Of course, the Volkers didn't know that. The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay upwind when he's speaking and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did Zalbar end up on Terrace?
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. He and Zalbar like to live in the present.
How did you survive before you met Zalbar?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
How did Zalbar end up on Terrace? I think we already asked this question.
He was fleeing some kind of trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. He and Zalbar like to live in the present.
Alright, well we should get back to the task at hand.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done.
I didn't know you had a brother.
My brother's a touchy subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Seakarth, a nice...
A plague spreads through our
let's get away
streets.
from the
We
racists
cannot
for a
sit
minute.
idly by.
Lordy. Seakarth, a nice, friendly conversation. You just end it politely. You don't have to cry so much. Lordy. Do we have to talk?
This elevator is off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have the authorization papers, you must move along.
I have the papers right here, buddy. Calm down.
Well, why didn't you say so? Everything seems to be in order. Okay, I guess you can go down to the lower city. Just be careful down there. Those swoop gangs will take a shot at anybody. Even our Sith patrols have come under fire.
Alrighty. Head down here. Check the mean streets for black Volkers. Make sure there's none waiting to ambush us. We know how that goes so far. Head on over to Javier's Cantina. Pardon me, sir. Alright. Zax, we've got some Rakghoul serum for you. Pardon me, mysterious stranger coming through. You all know me. Hey, buddy.
Ako Chekopa. Chino mulera king pajak. Snima poitwana.
Mr. McShady said I should speak to you about the rat ghoul serum.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Tong namuung sha nunjang. Muchitito aki chijaku.
How about 1,500 credits, big fella?
Kava dumpa kulpiyeya mokapapa. Chiskani cho. Yinkin kono bamure rachikum. Tog namuung sha nunjang. Kava vulpa mulje kumana.
Alrighty, here's the serum. Let me take my 1,000 credits.
Uchang yon turong chiwefa. Bola una chineka. Ba mulera kun bisking.
That'll be it for now.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Tong namuung sha nunjang. Muchitito aki chijaku.
Alright, wow. That's a lot of stuff happening there. Journal entries, we got 1,000 credits. We got some experience points for completing the quest. Ooh, and some dark side points. We lost the serum. Let's check our journal update here. Completed quests, rat ghoul serum. You've delivered the rat ghoul serum to Zax, who will forward it on to Davik so the crime lord can mass produce it and sell it for a substantial profit to those who are sick and desperate enough to pay anything. No doubt, Zelka will stock the serum at his store, but the cost will likely be outrageous. Well, we finished up that quest. Our set of quests is getting smaller and smaller here. So we'll be returning down to the Undercity to look for the journals for the Promised Land and to continue to search for Bastila on the next episode of Grug Gaming. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, we hope to see you soon.